Polywog Priest, and look at this turnaround. The wards come out, the tongue tide is applied, and Torture is going to fall to the ground. Shell Surf will miss right there, I believe, on a Jeremiah. But Hammerstorm joining the party. Level 2 hammer, not going to be nearly enough for a kill, though. Electric Jolt double tap coming out for Mr. Swish, and Hammerstorm's like, all right, guys, I did what I could. I'm the hell out of here, though, because I don't want to die as well. But awesome fight right there for our Legion team, and Mr. Swish, a.k.a. XtC, seems to be at the right place at the right time.
I'm just so good. I really have nothing else to say when it comes to XtC. I mean, he's proven it time and time again, even in the international scene, that he is a top tier player.
Yeah. It seems like CD on this Emerald Warden not doing too well here at this top lane. Again, a lot of it has to do with the trialing that she's going up against, no doubt. Hammerstorm, Glacius, and Silhouette against Silhouette trialing in general, at least for myself, it's definitely odd to see, but at the same time, she has a lot of potential. Just a great harassment here, of course, with that third ability that we're on the salvo of hers. Then on top of a true grapple, allows her to get an awesome stun. She did also choose to get her ultimate, actually, her shadow ability at level 6. Again, that's very rare for what we used to see, but in the tri lane. So perhaps being in the lane, he wants another getaway tool if need be, or just more harassment from it. So, but our Legion sides, but yeah, Emerald Warden, back to my point. His farm's not the greatest right now. He's only at 186 gold per minute. We see a Fidget Stun going out there on the Silhouette. Jeremiah joining the party. And it looks like Duskman, they're actually going to commit to kind of a pseudo push right here, as the tower is currently at half life. Our Hellborn team's going to fall back in the meantime. And for now, they're not interested. Uh-oh, but XtC, I know you're a great player, but you are not a god, sir. He runs it at 3 players. And, well, down he goes shortly after. So a good catch right there for XtC, but just wrong place, wrong time type deal for XtC. How they turn the tides right there, but at least the tower goes down in the Legion team's favor.
We see in the Southeast Asia region, although Emerald Warden is a popular pick, we don't see him in the trial lane. We usually see Emerald Warden solo, and it's surprising for me that they do choose to run this trial lane with Emerald Warden, but I suppose they can't run it with anyone else anyway. So.
Yeah, it's definitely strange from my point of view as well, seeing it. But back to my point, again, his farm, it did start to shoot up a little bit. Obviously, with that tower kill, he's now jumped up to about 220. Got Steam Boots in that Ring of Teacher, which he's had for a while now. So it seems like he's finally getting something going, but obviously not where he wants to be, at least just yet, as far as Silhouette is concerned. On the other side of it, Silhouette, let's take a look at her creep farm, actually. 33 and 11. Compared to that 33 and 14 Emerald Warden, so Emerald Warden's definitely managing a solid creep farm. It's just more so those 2 deaths, obviously slowing her down quite a bit, or at least were. But you look at the GPM tab as well, and that kind of explains the whole story. Right now, Duskman is in a pretty good spot. Polywog Priest is dominating that gold per minute lead, and Jeremiah following suit. So in that sense, Duskman is winning this game. But XtC, I mean, they're still in a fairly good spot themselves, and we're still early on in this game, only 13 minutes in.
Yeah, XP and gold lead not really telling us anything about the game, except for the fact that it is dead even. So, really nothing surprising. Top lane, though.
See ya, Jeremiah. He could not even get off any of his abilities, and that's a sign of a good initiation, obviously, against a hero like Jeremiah. If he cannot get off one of his 3 abilities that he has, then you did a damn fine job. And so a good gank set up there at the top lane onto Jeremiah's. Perhaps at the same time, you got to wonder what JoJo Flo was doing, pushed up that far with very little to no vision all around that area.
Yeah, a little bit of overextension there.
Yeah.
Didn't have vision over anything prior to the gank itself. So bottom lane, though, action coming out. Bubble, he's gonna drop.
Poor Bubbles. Myrmidon is stuck, though. Again, the case of the deadly figure stun turning against the team, so it ends up being a 1-for-1. Torture now coming in with that Heatstone. Impalement is activated, but in comes Polywog Priest again. Jeremiah joins the party. Nice tongue-tied at maximum range right there. Soul's Blessing applied as well, and all of a sudden Hammerstorm's like, wait a second, now I can't do any damage. Down he goes, Smackdown hat trick. The smack trick coming out for XtC, and now, of course, they are going to push this tower. Myrmidon, the only one to die right there. Of course, Silhouette, she was busy from the top lane. You can't blame her too much for that, but really, this is going to be a huge push now for Duskman. And Emerald Warden may have not had the greatest start, but Polywog Priest and Jeremiah definitely caught up for her slack, and really, they now allowed her to even catch up. And all of a sudden, we're just talking about how struggling she is a little bit. She's 280 gold per minute, just about tied with Silhouette, who is tied at, or is the top on his team. So I think Dustbin is definitely in a much better spot right now, and looking pretty good themselves.
Definitely. Showing you the teamwork stuff right now. Emerald Warden could have dropped any moment there, but knowing that his teammates are nearby and relying on that Jeremiah to give him the proper heal, the repel, and everything else. So, good work for Dustbin, showing you top-tier teamwork.
Yeah, and, you know, with that said, obviously, and I'm sure this is kind of a stupid question at the same time, but Polywog Priest is going to actually dive in right here, so just a second on that. But it looks like they may fall back. That Protector Charm, though, obviously making it feel a little bit more ballsy. But is it safe to say that Duskbin is known as the dominant team right now, or they've been the dominant team in Southeast Asia?
100%. They are the team to beat in this tournament. They're probably MUFC as well, as action does happen here in the bottom lane. Take it away.
Will do. Emerald Warden trying to run away right now as there goes the Kelpville coming out for Bubbles. With Bubbles deciding it best to turn around. God, that Falcon or whatever it's called from Emerald Warden is so annoying to deal with. A Gawain. I'm just going to call it a Falcon because that's the name I came up with for it. So, but yeah, it's so annoying to deal with that there is a little bit of action at the top lane. Silhouette getting cut. I believe that was through Illusion got ward trapped, but
yeah,
the real Silhouette's able to pour it out and get away. So
bottom lane
could escape. God, these teams just going at it all over the place. We see a trap now on a Bubbles, take cover, not going to be enough. As he eventually falls, we see Jeremiah now coming back to the front lines, activating that heal. Nice protective charm right before that chain reaction, but the impalement is still going to go through, of course, being the physical damage that it is. The chase is still on. You see that Falcon in the meantime from Emerald Warden constantly coming back to kind of chip at them, going nom with the damage. And it will be enough to kind of threaten them to fall back. And now Polywog Priest, Mr. Swish coming in for a flank right here. However, he does not have his wards, but that might not matter. Silhouette's in a lot of trouble. She's very low. In comes the Electric Jolt. And the nice Myrmidon Weave Field as well. Catches Silhouette. Takes her out. Hammerstorm going to be going down as well. Torture Impalement's activated, but at what cost? What's going to happen? I'll tell you what's going to happen. Torture is going to die shortly after. Is he going to get away? That would just be absolutely absurd. There goes the Wolves. And Emerald Warden finishes him off. A double tap for CD right there. And once again, the push may continue for Duskbin. So, kind of like they're showing in this game here in the Grand Finals. Again, back to the point. They are the dominant team in Southeast Asia. You were kind of hinting at, though, XtC and also the team that they played in the round to get here. What was the team?
MUFC, yeah. MUFC.
Yes.
MUFC are a Malaysian team. They're pretty well known in the team, very aggressive team as well. Really strong as well. Dustbin and them a lot, and even Dustbin loses to MUFC, but in big pressure situations, I'm pretty sure they haven't lost, as we see Polywog Priest picking up the PK right there. For those of you that don't know, for our international viewers, who CD actually is, he was part of that Wookiee team that beat SK Gaming, old SK. I think they were called XSK at one point.
XSK, yeah. That was one where they put on the Japan server too, I think, and that was, yeah, I do remember that now that you're really mentioning that. That's funny. But yeah, no, Wookiee was a very good team, so yeah, part of that team. Middle lane, though, we got Emerald Warden getting caught by the Kelpville. Remember, on activating that ulti, trying to get a little bit more beefier, using that waveform. Will you miss? No, it's not going to miss. The uphill attack will hit. And Bubbles will finish the double tap for the team. And now XtC is like, whoa, here's a chance to make a push out of this. You might as well take it. But Duskbin, they're not going to let it go easy. In comes Jeremiah. Protective Charm already applied. Polywog Priest jumping in. The Ward Trap, not enough of a Ward Trap on Torture, but still probably enough for the kill. Never mind. Cannot get the tongue tied off as he just ran out of mana. Now Bubbles comes in to snipe out Behemoth. And Jeremiah, realizing he may have gone a little bit too deep right here, does not have any mana really for it. Heal himself at least. Free's going to come in and Polywog. There goes that Glacius shield down. Pour the protective charm is applied though. And that's going to be a troll right there in the face of Glacius. Glacius gets taken out. How is Polywog Priest still alive? Jeremiah's too overpowered. That's my explanation for it. Bubbles is going to be taken out in the meantime. And Hammerstorm will just slowly but surely run away. And Silhouette ports in, but just a little bit too late. So
Clutch protective charm by Dragon right there, aka Jojo Flow.
Yeah, Jojo Flow coming in with the clutch heals and definitely showing why Jeremiah, and I've always said this to be the case, a very underrated hero. Kind of shocked we haven't honestly seen him some more because, I mean, he's just so powerful. Played this way, he can save the day so many times. The protective charm is just such a strong ability, and I know a lot of people always say, like, you know, get a nullfire blade and makes it 100% useless. I mean, no, not really. So, and if that was the case, then we don't see a whole lot of no-fire players. The times we do see Jared's hides, believe it or not. That's the other funny thing. So, it's going to be no stone for sure. Yeah, picks up the Blessed Orb. We got a cameraman asking the question here. So, bring up this ask the question segment. Will the Blessed Orb be a Geometer Bane or a Null Stone?
He probably needs survivability these games, so I'm guessing Null Stone. But I would be surprised if he went for Geometers.
Geometers is again, at least for us, it is really a you can pretty much consider it a core item on a Silhouette. It's that on top of her illusion. It just makes it so annoying in general to deal against. And speaking of Silhouette, right here, gonna use a Death Blow to help kill Polywog Freeze, who kind of that's Mr. Swish Free though, playing a little bit too aggressive and getting caught out in the wrong spot. Bubbles also gets picked up though in the meantime. So again, just like that, we have a 1-for-1 exchange, but. I am going to go ahead and guess the Geometer Bane, so we'll see who wins this bet of ours, this gentleman's bet, if she eventually gets the farm for it, that is. She does have 1,100 and 1,200 gold saved up, so on her way.
I wouldn't be surprised if she went the way. Southeast Asia in general, our teams like to play really aggressive. You don't really see that farming metagame. You don't see a lot of draggy games. You just see action, and more action.
God, that's why I love Duskbin, and that's why a lot of the scene loves Duskbin. I mean, because, they've been on the HoN scene for like over a year now at this point, easily, and they've never disappointed when it comes to running a very aggressive and fun lineup. Like Duskbin is really one of my favorite teams, and I've said this so many times to actually cast and watch because they really do keep the entertainment up. They get some ballsy picks here and there, and they just have fun with it. And at the same time, they do very damn well. And this is just another case of that right here, I think. By the way, Silhouette did pick up a life tube, so oh man.
Aha.
Can see that one to you for now. Maybe she's going to Helm of the Black Legion just to troll us. She'll,
no, I don't think so.
One can dream. One can dream.
Indeed. Emerald Warden actually has a sustainer as well. What do you think she wants to build?
Oh god, Ruined Axe, obviously. Yeah, I mean, well, that's gonna be Nullstone again. I think I hinted that at earlier. So yeah, Nullstone obviously gonna be Blessed Orb. That seems to be the pub-style build, at least. Again, I don't think we've ever seen one. Like, maybe once or twice, but never really stood out by any means. So, but yeah, Blessed Orb still over. There we go. Polywog Freeze porting in. No more trap. A lot of Bubbles. And Bubbles is like, I cannot port because I'm Hex, goddammit. So he gets taken out. Torture in the meantime. Torture's going to fall. Behemoth with a stomp on everyone right there. By everyone, I mean just Torture. But hey, gets the job done. 5-man push. Still very much in effect here for Duskbin. As the Astrolabe is applied to the heal, there goes the Inner Light heal, and another tower going to be pushed. So Duskbin Gaming really making a statement in this game now, and making that dominating statement of, you know, we're here, XtC, you had a good run, guys, but we're the champs. So we're gonna go ahead and take this game. It's not over just yet. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves, but Duskbin is in a prime position to take a 1-0 series lead here.
Oh yeah, and just looking at the gold per minute tab, you see even the Duskbin supports are managing 200 gold per minute. That's an insane number considering you are a support hero. Yep. They have 3 people over 300 gold per minute, and it's just not looking good for XtC right now.
Yeah, it's there's so many things. You look at the experience tab, I'm sure it's kind of
So, yep.
Alright, so I'm pretty sure at least I'm back on, so having a little bit of technical issues there. What's going on right now? Again, as I was mentioning, gold per minute tab not looking good for XtC.
Myrmidon, what does he have? Support items, nothing major really going on for him. Behemoth, however,